And here's the Sukhoi 34. Test build for Yao. Well, this aircraft is... I was working on the template a very long time, but here it is, kinda done. And I made a livery for it. Don't mind the livery, but mind the aircraft. And this is gonna be the tutorial. Firstly, mind your tools. It's very necessary to have really good tools. For me, I have a good paper knife and glue, stick glue. I also have liquid glue. I have two options. This one is my locally known glue, liquid, it's meant for paper. And there is Revel Contacta glue, which is also very good for these papercrafts. I actually started with this glue. Tweezers, very necessary, because small parts, and a stick with a pointy edge. Well, yeah, that's about most of the materials you kinda need. Of course, you can have the entire toolbox next to you, but it's most of those tools you're gonna need to build it. And let's begin. For the template, we're gonna have to begin with the fuselage, and some other parts gonna need double layering. The paper is 80 grams. It's office standard paper, which I have my own standard. And yeah, I'm layering just the parts. So basically, first ones need to cut out is this part, and this part. This one, you can make it, but since I'm gonna use the payload, I just gonna forget about it and choose some of these payload papers. And this one, cutting them out. And I basically cut these parts first out, and I need to layer these ones. And this one I just leave for later. How do I layer it? Basically taking glue, adding glue here on the paper where I free space, and this is how it looks. I mean, you could tell that there is glue, and now we take the top from the glue and press gently the parts so they don't get also dirty. After that, let it dry and cut all the parts out. So this is how it looks when all of these parts are cut out. And here, these wheels need more layering, and this part needs more layering. Besides that, we cut out these canards from these parts, so we know that it actually gonna merge together and glue it together as well. What else? These ones can be cut out, glued together. Here, like this, and this part is cut out here like this. And I have applied the glue here, just the glue, and glue it on. And so far it is glued together and cut out. Looks pretty good. I just slipped a bit here with the gluing together. But yeah, that happens. It's in my case, it's not really mattering much. The next one is the cockpit and the fuselage. You're gonna need this part and this part, and you're also gonna need like little pieces of parts to better glue the cockpit to the fuselage. But firstly, cutting out these ones and these ones for a little bit. Here I have done cutting them out. That's how they should be looking. So yeah, and now I'm gonna have to roll these pieces with a stick, so it's easier to glue them. Also, I need additional paper now. I'm gonna have to cut it also in little pieces, and afterwards I'm gonna glue it with glue. I'm gonna show where and what to glue. Should be something like this. For the back side, it's the smallest pieces like that, round. It also should be glued. And here, this part, it's rolled. And here, this little white piece need to be added glued and rolled around, and to glue it here, so it's making like a tube. About for this one, here on the other side, we're gonna need these additional paper parts, three ones, here one, here one, here one, here one, and here one on this side. And you can do it by adding either the glue on the papers or adding the glue on the part itself. I'm just gonna do it quickly and gonna show it. And yeah, for now I'm gonna try to show it. Yeah, if you can really see, here are the papers. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to glue one of these parts here for the front. Yeah, and then it's gonna be gluing onto here. And here it is. I glued it together, so the papers need to be from the inside till somewhere like here. And this part should be left without gluing together. And also here add a little paper so it's easier to add the canopy. How does it look from the other side? And something like this. For this one, here you need to actually cut the parts, not parts, but the fuselage side with a knife, and also cut here the insides out, these ones. And also it needs to be rolled something like this. Done so far? And now gluing. It's done by adding the liquid glue here on top of it, on the lines. And bam! Looks really good. So now we need these two little parts. This one we have to glue with a circle side, like so. And then this one should be here and here, need to be glued. And for the front one, we don't put the cockpit right now because we need to put here inside a counterweight so it doesn't have tail stroke. And that's how it should look. So now for the counterweight I have paper clips. And it's very small and it's quite heavy, so it's enough. I'm gonna cut it a piece and put it here inside. And after that it's gonna be the cockpit's canopy. Okay, after putting the counterweight, here comes the windshield part, the canopy. You're gonna have to cut out that, and after cutting it out, it should be looking like this. You're also gonna need an extra part to glue them together, and also this one you need to roll like so it makes the canopy to be round. And here it is. Here is about how the gluing part should be looking. And now, after this is done, you should glue it here on top of it. Wonderful. So now I'm gonna add these vertical stabilizers, and they need to be here, and they also need to be lifted. I'll show you. Ta-da! So the vertical stabilizers I've glued. Still gonna have to dry a bit. That's how they should be looking somewhere. And this place as well. So after this part, we have to cut out these ones and these two, the engine parts. These ones are top ones here, and this is the sides here. So here are the left side and here are the right side. These two, as I mentioned, goes here and here, and these two here and here. how do we do that? We need stick again. These ones we have to roll that way, but these ones, they're kind of more tricky because they have to go here like this, and also have to be going like this. So I'm gonna roll them. That's how it needs to be. And to glue them, we need liquid glue. I also forgot to mention that vertical stabilizers and cockpit also requires liquid glue. I mean, most of the parts that glues with little parts, not like flat places, require liquid glue. And the flat places stick glue. And yeah. So the engine parts have to be aligned, but these sides gonna be more aligned after these engine parts gonna be installed. But that's gonna be a bit later, and here are the side parts. And now the next part, we're gonna work on fuselage bottom. Without landing gear version, just gonna cut out it like this shape and glue it together. But I'm gonna make it with landing gear, so I'm gonna have to cut these parts out, and here like these black parts out as well. And cut in here and glue here this part. And so something like this should be. Now I'm gonna have to roll both of these parts. This one to be like a conus a bit, like that. And this one, regular. Yeah, it's quite difficult to see for the blue part, but on the aircraft it will have to be positioned here with the liquid glue as well. And here I had to glue a part so it is glued together like so. So yeah, now for the gluing, add the glue here a bit on these parts. Maybe, I mean, you can choose either here add the glue, and I'll just gonna glue that. And after gluing, it should be somewhere like this. So yeah, I mean, if you want it without the landing gear, it of course gonna look a bit different. And here, after later, when it's gonna be the landing gear part, here gonna be these parts. And the next parts are the engines. So these ones, firstly cut them out, and after you're gonna have to do a light cut here, here, and here, here, and here. So yeah, on it. Here these engine parts cut out, and then these parts needs to be folded. Here needs to fold like this, so I could glue here. Here these parts needs to be rolled like so, and the same for the others. And these ones, I mean, okay, I'm gonna show how to fold them. So that's how it's done. And now to glue it, I'd go with stick glue, since the places isn't so much. And what you have to glue, basically have to apply on this part glue from the outside, all these white sides, and then later on glue together on this part, on this side, inside. So it's gonna be glued and aligning it as well for both things. And this is how it's glued. Yeah, I should have been working on the alignment better. Here you might see these little white edges on this side. Then I'm gonna cut them out like this, so, and then using the liquid glue I'm gonna apply the glue on here on the gray parts, and also a bit here and here, and just glue these engines on the aircraft's bottom part. And so, does it look great? Of course it is. It just needs a little bit more alignment in the bottom part and the gluing itself. And now for the engines we also need these two parts, which we are cutting out just like. Yep. Here is also the cutting. Can't really see because it's quite small when it's like triangle shape. But now here in the middle you need the light cut, then fold it like so, and the front needs to be rolled in moment. So here this part, and this is like the side of it. If you want it to be without landing gear, it just add the glue and glue it on the aircraft. But for the landing gear version, you need to cut it just like in the picture somewhere, right on my left, and on it, boom, somewhere like this. And now for the gluing, here needs to add the glue on this part and also on this part. And for the gluing, the longer part should be like starting here till somewhere here, and the smaller piece need to be like glued separately. It's gonna be somewhere like here, and it's gonna be in open state for the landing gear. Let me just glue it. So, and here this is like so from both sides, and yeah, mostly with the liquid glue. So what's next? I think the next one will be this line part, and it will be going here in the belly. So yeah, and here the part in the middle is glued, also with liquid glue. So, and the next one will be the exhausts. I'm gonna cut them out and gonna show them how to cut them out. So something around like this. Here we're gonna have to do light cuts, and then rolling them, and after that gluing with the stick glue with the white parts. Here there are these two engines. So now each of them needs the liquid glue, and we're gonna have to glue them here and here. Yeah, and the glue should be applied on this side with a like thicker layer. Just yeah, I don't have the best alignment here, but it works for a tutorial. And now it's gonna be the landing gear time. And I actually had to change my place, so yeah. And look at my projector. Nice. Okay, now about the projector. So the landing gear. What we do, we firstly cut out this piece. It's gonna be for the front landing gear. doors, and gonna cut out these two pieces, also these ones, but these and these need to be aligned perfectly. For these ones, the wheels, you can use them if you want to get the wheels to have more like depth and to look just a lot better. But actually, I'm just gonna go with the easy ones. So cutting all these parts out. So I just cut out these parts. Here, these ones gonna glue together. These ones gonna glue together as well. And this one need to be cut in the middle and a little bit of these sides. So, and that's how it is, how they are. For the wheels, to make them a bit more realistic by adding these wheels, you should look how to do it from pictures from internet. So yeah, I'm not really into the mood to do it, so sorry, but I'll go the easy way this time. And also for the wheels, to make them look a lot better, outside parts you should paint with a permanent marker or anything else like similar to that. So the outside would look the dark color, and so the wheel would be just generally better by itself. But I'm also not gonna do that, so straight to gluing them. So now I need to glue all of these parts. Firstly, gonna go the first front landing gear. And here are the front landing gear doors, and here is the front landing gear in my tweezers by itself. What do? We add the glue a bit and glue it somewhere here. Yeah, remember that we did the cut in the front, so we have to basically put the extender in there, and after that we're gonna glue these little parts also like similar way, but it's gonna be the landing gear around. If you understand, it's real good. So now we are left with the main landing gears, and these are here. How do we glue them? So here is the like extender part. Outside that is going to be forwarded, faced forward, and they need to be glued here inside and middle here. Let me just show you. And this seems to be it. Yeah, I glued it closer to the back, but yeah, it should be in the middle, bottom, the landing gears, the main ones. But for now, you have the Sukhoi Su-34, and it's done. So it also should be like tilted a bit forwards, so you actually might need to cut a bit from the front landing gear up part. But yes, overall it's really great, really good. So, and now the ending. Thank you for watching another one of my tutorials. I've made for the Little Mall Airport models. I hope this tutorial was very useful, helpful for you to understand how to make the Sukhoi Su-34 that will be added soon after this video on the site itself. What else can I say? I really look forward into making some more videos, but I just I just know it's not so possible for me because I have really problems with time. But yeah, when I can, when I really want to, when I'm really motivated, I will be surely looking to make a YouTube video. And actually I have another YouTube video to make, but it's a different sort of video. So I still didn't upload it, I still didn't edit it, made it, but yeah, that's just an idea. What else? If you have like a question, an order, not really an order, but an idea for the next tutorial videos, just get in on the comments and write it there. I'll be checking the comments and replying to every comment that will be under this video. And yeah, in the video description there is a site for the Lumo airport and models. So yeah, again, thank you for watching this tutorial and see you next time.